Hello everyone, I appreciate you all checking out this video, and I hope you all are doing wonderful. If you enjoy this video, I would be forever grateful for a like on the video, and make sure to subscribe so you do not miss my future Like A Dragon Ishin uploads. Alright, let's get into the video. So, this video is different from my usual guide-like videos, but I wanted to make it because as I was playing through Like A Dragon Ishin, the problems I will state later in this video repeatedly caused me trouble. Now, the problems I will be mentioning are not things that I wish were different about the game, in the sense that I would rather the combat was different or that the world was different, because I do not want to try and change the entire foundation of the game that the developers intended to create. Instead, these problems are simply things that should be fixed in order to improve the quality of life in the game, and they would be a relative minor effort to implement with major impact in return. Okay, starting off with the first problem, when you're viewing weapons and gear in the shops throughout the game, you are not able to view the details of the weapons and gear, so you're not able to determine the abilities or effects they have without purchasing them first. The only workaround I have seen is that you can view the smithing diagram for weapons and gear in the pause menu, and from there you can read the details. This is overly cumbersome though, as it requires you to go back and forth from the shop to the smithing diagram, and when in the smithing diagram, you have to search through it in order to find the piece of equipment you want to inspect. My recommended solution would be to add a button in the shop menu that allows you to read the details of a weapon, just as the smithing diagram in the pause menu has. The second problem is also on the topic of weapons and gear in the shops, and it is that there is not a way to compare your currently equipped weapons and gear to those you are viewing in the shop, while staying on the item that you are considering. Pretty much the only way is to exit the shop and look at your equipped armaments, memorize the stats and details of them, and then go back in the shop and compare them mentally. My recommended solution is to make it to where when you view a piece of equipment in a shop, if you currently have a piece of equipment of that same type equipped, then it should pop up beside the piece you are viewing and it should display its stats and effects. The third problem is you cannot unslot an orb once it is placed in a fighting style wheel. This should be changed for many reasons, two of which are if you accidentally slot a skill orb, you cannot get it back. This is made worse if you meant to swap the skill orb for a training orb, but you messed up and now you have to rank up in that fighting style again in order to acquire another skill orb that you can then swap for the training orb. And the other reason is that you cannot change your build on the fly, which restricts gameplay, enjoyment, and plenty of other things. My recommended solution is to allow for slotting and unslotting of both skill orbs and training orbs at the player's discretion. The fourth problem is that the player cannot choose which house interior they want to have, because the game defaults to whichever house interior was most recently purchased. This is displeasing because it takes away an aspect of customization from what was meant to be a customization feature. My recommended solution is to either add somewhere where the player can select which house interior they want, or to make it even simpler, just allow the player to select and deselect purchases in the Virtue Shop, at least the house interior purchases. The fifth and final problem is that if you are in the main central area of Kyo, and you open up the map or you access the Palanquin, then you cannot see the maps for Mibu or Gion. In other words, you can only see the map and Palanquin locations for the area you are currently in. This causes trouble when you equip the inviting hat in order to check for any sub-stories, and you have to travel to each area and then open the map in each one to check, instead of allowing this player to see every map all at once. My recommended solution is to make it to where when the player opens the map, they should then be able to scroll through the maps of Kyo, Mibu, and Gion with the D-pad, and then also make it to where when viewing the Palanquin locations, no matter where the player's current location, they should see a map showing the Palanquin location that they have highlighted, even if it is in a different area. Now, I am turning the mic over to you all, the community, and if you there, watching this video, have found any problems with the game, feel free to mention them in the comments. Also make sure to show support to this video by liking it and sharing it, in hopes that the developers see this video and decide to update the game to address these issues. And for any developers that might see this video, thank you for your outstanding work on this game, and the Like a Dragon series as a whole. Alright, well that is just about it for this video, but I would like to take a moment and thank you all for being amazing as always. I truly care about each and every one of you, and I want you to know that you are playing a large role in making my dreams a reality. You are always welcome here, and I enjoy interacting with you all in the comments. Much love, and as always, thank you for being here. I wish you all the best of days. Later.